Here is the review of the Figma Kamen Rider Dragonite figure. Now, for those of you who don't know what Kamen Rider Dragonite is, it's a show that aired on this channel called CW for Kids, and it only aired in 2008 and ended in 2009. And also, Kamen Rider Dragonite is the American release, well, the American show of this Kamen Rider show that only came out in Japan, called Kamen Rider Ryuki. Although Kamen Rider Ryuki came out first and Kamen Rider Dragonite came out second, because Kamen Rider Ryuki came out in 2002 and ended in 2003. So on to the figure here. Oh, and but before we get into the figure, if any one of you remembered watching Kamen Rider Dragonite on the CW for Kids channel, let me know in the comments section below. So now on to the figure here. So as you can see, the suit that Dragonite is wearing looks really cool. And also, he does have eyes on the helmet here. If I zoom in, you can see that there is some red lines. That's because what they did was they painted the eyes behind the silver piece red, and then they painted the silver that's behind his red eyes. And it does have some gold trim around the top here. And on the top of the helmet, you get the Dragonite symbol, or the Ryuki symbol if you live in Japan. And you do get some silver here and also some silver on the top here and on the back here. And of course he does have his Kamen Rider belt, like all the other Kamen Riders do. And this is called well, it is called the belt, but if you live in Japan and saw Kamen Rider Ryuki, then this is called the V buckle, which is the name of this belt. And it does have a lot of silver around the belt, as well as the Dragonite symbol or the Ryuki symbol, along with little spots of red paint here and here, and little bit of silver here. Oh, and also a little bit more blue, well, a little bit of blue paint here. And he does have some like wrinkles here on his suit. Got some black on the forearms here, as well as some black for his hands. And all around, from head to toe, this figure looks really great. And you also get some red paint for his boots here, as well as some red paint here. And all around he looks amazing. So for our articulation, his head does move, but I'm well the easier way for me to show this off is I will have to like remove his head so y'all can see. So the way his head moves is on the bottom there's a ball joint here which allows you to rotate his head, and the peg here is on a hinge joint. So you can either have him look up or down, or if you can, or if you rotate the peg around, you can have his head move side to side. like if you rotate the head, which is on a ball joint, and then rotate the peg, you can have his head move side to side. And his arms do rotate all the way around, and they can move in and out. And also, something I will have to show y'all is some of the parts of his suit is made out of a soft rubbery material, like these parts right here. As you move his arms, these here flex every time you move his arms. And also, this part right here, which is his waist, is also made out of a soft rubbery material. And so is his chest here, which is this red part here. But everything else is made out of plastic. But moving on, his arms do move out to about they only move out to about there. And he does have a bicep swivel. An elbow joint, which gives you about that much bend. And his elbow can also swivel here. And his hands can, well, if I pop them off, because I think it's much easier if I show you with them removed. But the way his hands move is they have a swivel here, which is on this peg, and they also have a joint here, which will allow you to move his hands up and down. And his torso here, which is right here, can move around because it is on a ball joint, or I think it is on a ball joint. And you can have him Oh, well, no. It's not on a ball joint. It's on one of these joints here, like I showed you on his head. But I think it does have like a ball joint on his torso. But you can move it around, and you can have him you can have him arc like bend backwards, but if you do that, it will expose this gap here. But he can crunch to about there. And for his legs, they can move forward to about there. And you can have them moved back, but if you do that, then this rubbery piece will come undone when you move his legs back. But they can move out to about there. He also has a thigh swivel, a knee joint, and his feet can move up and down. And he does also have an ankle pivot. So you can give him, get him in a lot of poses. But my only problem with his articulation is that if you bend his chest back, then you would expose this little gap here. That's really my only problem with it. But everything else looks great. Now Dragon Knight also comes with some accessories. And the first accessories that I'm going to show you is, he does come with a total of a total of 10 hands. The ones that are on him is just the closed fist hands. but he also comes with a pair of splayed open hands, a pair of relaxed hands, a hand here with a loose grip which allows him to hold his weapons, and two hands here and here with a tighter grip to hold his weapons. And he also comes with one hand here, which is a card holding hand. And like you already saw here, the hands come on this little clear rack here. And something that I am impressed over what Figma includes is this. And this is a clear sandwich bag. And this helps you to fit all of your accessories and other stuff in here. And I'm really glad that Figma included this. And you also get a stand here with the Figma logo here. And you also get an arm piece here. That does have 3 joints. A joint here, a joint here, and a joint here. And the way you attach this is this peg goes on this hole here. And this peg here goes on a hole on the back here. And you also get his sword vent here, which does have some black paint on both sides of the blade, and some gold here on both sides with the Ryuki symbol, or the Dragonite symbol here, and it's on both sides. And the handle here is painted black with some silver and red. And he can hold it either in the hand with the loose grip, or the hands, which are these two, with the tighter grip. But if you want to hold his sword with the tighter grip hands, you do want to be very careful to not break either one of these hands with the tighter grip. And he also comes with his strike vent here, which has the dragon head here. And it does have some silver paint here and some black here and also some gold paint all around the back of the neck here. And on the front, it does have some yellow for the eyes and black here. And also, you can open up the mouth, and it does have some silver paint for the teeth. But if you go too far to open up its mouth, and then when you let it go, it closes shut. And you can attach this to Dragonite. All you do, well, to attach it, you would remove his arm, well, his elbow from this peg and that hole, and then you would insert it into here from this peg and that hole. So you can have it like this. You also get 2 of these guard vents here. And you can see both of these have some silver for the front and silver for the nails here for the dragon. And you can attach these onto him. And there's 2 different ways you can attach these to. The first thing that you can do is you can attach these to his arms here. And to do that, they give you these things here that you can clip onto his elbows here. And the way you would clip them on is, I'm looking at the instructions here. Okay. You would clip these on like this. Well, what you would do is you would take these clips and you would clip them on to here, underneath these silver things. And to attach these, you have to make sure that they're facing upside down. And these pegs are going to go into these holes here. Not these holes, but these holes here. So you could have them like this, as shields. Or if you want to not attach these to his arms here, then you can also attach them on his shoulders. And to do that, they give you these things here with these pegs here. And to attach these to him, you would remove his arm and then you would remove his elbow here and remove this shoulder piece and then set these off to the side. And then you would take these and attach them to here. But first you need to take the shoulder piece and slide it into here. Then take his elbow and attach it and then attach his entire arm back in. And now you have these things here on. And the way you attach these onto his shoulders is these holes on the top goes onto these pegs here. So you can have them like this. But you do need to be mindful and also be very careful of how you're attaching these to these pegs. Because sometimes when you do that, it will chip off or scratch off some of this silver paint on these pegs. So be careful with that. So now I'm going to attach his other shoulder back on him. Another thing you get is an entirely new arm piece with this thing here, and I forgot what this is called. I'm trying to remember, but I couldn't. But this is what he uses to put his cards in when he's ready to do his like guard vent, sword vent, or strike vent, or even his final vent. Because what he would do is he would slide down this headpiece and take out one of the cards here, put them in here, and slide the head back, and it would say something. I think this is the dragon visor, or the drag visor. I think. But it does look cool. It does have some silver paint all around, and some gold here on the sides, as well as gold for the eyes. And the handle here is made out of a soft, rubbery material, so you don't have to worry about this breaking on you. And of course, you can remove this arm and attach this to here, but you will have to use either the open, splayed out hands, or the relaxed hands, or maybe the gripping hands. Either the two tight grip hands or the one loose grip hand. I'm going to use the loose grip hand. And the way he would hold this thing in his hand is you have to maneuver his hand into this handle piece and then try to attach this peg into the hole for his elbow. Just like that. And then you would remove his elbow and and there you have his drag visor on him. I think that is what it's called. I'm trying to remember. But if it is, let me know in the comments section below. And the last accessory that you get is, I will have to move him out of the way, is this tiny little the tiny little advent card. And this is called the final vent card, which is when he's ready to do his rider kick. And as you can see, it does have the details on it, but the only details that it does not have is the little Final Vent logo on the top of that gray line, and there is supposed to be something else on the bottom of this gray line, but it doesn't. And on the back, it's just blank. There's nothing on the back. And also the little hand, which is the card holding hand, which I showed y'all, that is allowed for him to hold this card, which is that hand right there, because you can see that little groove between his thumb and his finger. And that's about all the accessories. So, final thoughts. I really like how this looks all around, and I even like how the paint job is super clean, and they didn't mess up on any spots. And also the accessories too. But my only few problems with it is when you try to bend his chest back, you get this little hole here that's peeking out, and I wish that you could do some to fill that in. And also, getting his sword to hold in the tighter grip hands is a bit of a pain to do, but you just have to be very careful not to snap off his hands with the tighter grip. But if you want him to hold it in the hand, which is this, that's the loose grip one, then he holds it just fine. And another problem that I have with it is that I wish that you would. I wish that this card would fit into his belt here. Like in that section where that blue paint is. I wish that it would just slide into that little that little advent deck here. But that's just me. And yes, this black thing here with the Ryuki symbol is called the Advent deck. But everything else about it looks really cool. So I think that's about it. So there you have it. The Figma Kamen Rider Dragon Knight figure. Or if you live in Japan, he's also known as Kamen Rider Ryuki. And if you like this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.